So now it's my opponent's turn. Cat the Evil over here. I'm just playing. So now she's got a choice, right? She's got this chick right here, which is awesome because you can see in its flavor text or its text, gain 1 power and an honor, and that's so every time you play this, you gain 1 power and 1 honor. So it's a good starter, especially for 1. There's 4 in the deck right here, and in the end, this is how many you'll get for her. If you remember her hand, she had all apprentices, so that's 5 apprentices in her hand. So there's possibilities of buying that and that combo, and she could get that straight up, or she could buy one of these and one of these. So there's a lot of options, and it's very easy in the end because there's not too many things you can do with 5 cards. But as you start building your deck, like you see here, I have my original hand plus this guy. The combos start coming because now I get this extra and a card draw. Alright, so Cat's turn. She's going to declaring, so she's spending the 4. She's going to buy the wand. So I'm going to reach over and show you what the wand does real quick. Once per turn, gain 1 power, which is really cool. Once per turn, you may spend 4 to gain 3 honor. So 3 power, 3 ruins, 3 mana for the 3 honor. And right here in the blue, there's 2 in the deck. At the end of the game, she'll be getting 2 honor for it when she counts her deck. So that goes in her discard pile. So she spent 4, so that only means she has 1 left. I don't know what cards she has. She could have only 1 militia or 1 power, but we know she has 1 apprentice, and she's going to buy the Mechanica Construct guy. And what he does, simply enough, is gain 1 or 1. And he's a good card if you don't know what you want to do. He gives you a fight or a resource, pretty much. So at the end of her turn, she's done, and then she gets to draw 5. If you are paying attention and you know in the beginning of the game, which is 1 turn, pretty much you know, I'll know she has those 2 militia left, and the rest are going to be apprentices. So she basically had my opening hand. Next, the 2 militia and the 3 power. It doesn't really matter this much, you know, in the beginning. So if you are paying attention, if I had the 2 militia and the 3 apprentices, that means the rest of my hand is all apprentices. You don't need to know this, but, you know, just saying it out there. So this is my hand for my turn. So simply enough, I want to buy... Oh, and this row changed again. Simply enough. Alright, so what I want to buy is... I want to buy her, because I like that card. This is the gain 1 or 1. Here's that. So gain 1 ruin, mana, power, whatever you want to call it, and 1 honor. And she gives the 1 honor in the end. And focus. Or not focus. Okay, lovely. So the 1 and 1 go straight to my discard pile. And it flips over, and there's a Void Initiate. He's gained 1. And I may banish a card in my hand, or discard pile. So banishing... Was banishing from the game? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so banishing is from the game. So what he does is I can banish a card from my hand or discard pile. I like him because I'll tell you why. So I'm going to spend him real quick. Here's that 1 for that 1. A good rule, what they say is in the rule book, is you want to start banishing when you can. Start banishing either your apprentices or your militia. Because what you want is that card slot in your deck, you want it to be something good. These guys are good in the beginning because they're 1s, but in the end, you want to have this card in your hand, a 2 or a 2, instead of a 1 or a 1. So that's my first purchase. Where's my... Am I missing a card?
No.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, okay, my bad. Alright, so I have 3 left. This guy came out now. So he's a gain 2, draw a card if you control 2 or more constructs. Doesn't really help too much because I don't have constructs in play right now. What else? I can get another one of these guys, which is a gain 1, and be able to banish one of these cards. But right now, I want to play it safe and spend 3 of these guys, put them in my discard pile, and buy a Mystic because he's got the +2. If you remember, I have one of these already, so he'll start banishing some of my apprentices so I can get a better card draw and get a Mystic. Now that I have no cards in my draw card pile, I shuffle my new deck. And you can kind of start understanding how this game is working. Now my new deck has all these different cards, right? It's not an amazing deck yet, but as you go, you'll start getting better. And I still have 1 honor. Alright, so we're gonna do Kat's turn real quick. So she's got the 2 militia right here. She's gonna ding him for 1, and she's gonna get 1 honor. She's got the 3, if you remember the 3, and she's gonna buy a Mystic. And that's the end of her turn. She'll have to shuffle her deck, draw 5, and that's her new card at hand. And I'll have to shuffle mine because I didn't shuffle it yet. Alright, so my turn. We'll do this one real quick as well. Here's my hand. So now I have a Wolf Shaman, if you remember. He's gain 1 ruin and a draw card. So what I'm going to do is play him first. There is no real chain because there's no real interrupt in this game. So whatever you play, you get. So if I play all 3 of these and him, those cards remain in play, and I get that kind of resource, that power. So there's no like interrupt or anything like that kind of wackiness. Simple game, you play the cards you want to play. Doesn't matter what order as long as they come out and you're showing what you're going to do. So he's gaining 1. He remains in play because I have that 1 in play, that 1 ruin. I get that draw card. So I'm going to draw a card real quick. An apprentice. Alright, so now my hand is 1, 2, 3, 4 apprentices and 1 militia. Don't worry about this militia because I can't kill anything for 1, so who cares? So I have this 4 plus 1, 5. So what can I do with that? So I got the 3 right here, this guy. Again, I don't have any Mechanica right now to help me with that. So I'm not going to look at him. What I am going to look at is him or this beast. So this beast right here, which I probably will buy. Lifebound construct. Constructs, when they're played, they stay in play. Once per turn, I gain 1. 1 ruin. The first turn you play Lifebound Hero, each turn I gain 1 honor. So if you look at my hand, if you remember this guy, I have 1 already. So the chances of me drawing him again, especially in the beginning, is good. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this card. So I take this, all of these, and my militia, because he's not doing anything, goes right into my discard pile. I go ahead and take one of these and flip him over, and he's cool. I'll show you him real quick because you might buy him. Draw 2 cards for 5, and he's also 2 honor as well in the end of the game. So simple enough, that was my turn. Alright, so it's now Kat's turn, my evil enemy. So she's going to play Mystic. So that's a +2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to buy the draw 2 guy. And then the middle changes. It's another monster. And she's got this guy who is a 1 or a 1 or a 1. And so she's going to buy this guy. And the middle changes again. So as you can see right here, we better start buying some heavy infantry because at this point, there's only 1 guy to buy. And then there's all these monsters right now. So we'll see what happens in my turn. So I drew my hand over here. I have a okay hand. I can't beat any monsters up. I have this 1 militia guy. He's not going to be doing anything again. I have my Mystic that I bought. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 ruins right now. So what can I buy with the 5? Buy this guy to change the slot if I really wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm going to spend the 1, 2, 3. I'm going to buy another Mystic. Okay, this goes into my discard pile over here. Alright, and then I'm going to spend this 2, and I'm going to get a heavy infantry. So it's a good time right now, in my opinion. Oh, and this guy goes in my discard pile too. Right now, either let her buy this, and have another card that I need come out, or her struggle to fight a monster if she has anything in her hand to do that, or her to buy those up. It's a good time to buy resources at this point, or simply hit this guy if you got nothing. Alright, so we're going to play a few rounds right here, and see if we can get enough things to start showing you a little bit more of our hands in different combos and fighting monsters. Alright, so in her turn, she's going to put down a construct. This is how it works. It's pretty easy. You just take the card, you put it into play. Alright, anywhere. And it'll say right here, Life Bond Construct, any kind of X construct. And it's always going to, once per turn, gain 1 power. And once per turn, she may spend 4 ruins to gain 3 honor. So that stays in play. There are cards that destroy constructs and etc. There are monsters that destroy them as well if you beat them. So that's easy to know. Just put the construct in play. Alright, so as you can see right here, we're starting to move along here. This whole row is now all monsters. So we started collecting heavy infantry and stuff like that, and things in here that can beat up stuff. But just because this whole row is, you know, something you have to fight, doesn't mean there's nothing you can buy, because remember, these guys are always on the sidelines right here to buy.